Behind the Lines. Hello and welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. There's a lot of music and a lot of art at Longs Park this summer, and we're going to tell you about it today. With us right now, we have Bill Wright. You are the Director of Development for Longs Park Amphitheater Foundation, and also David Walls. You are the President. Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
This is the 54th year for the music at Longs Park. Is that right?
Yes, it is, and it's kind of interesting because it's been a real joy for us to present the music over the 54 years that we are here. And of course, the music keeps getting better and better over the 54 years. You know, it was kind of interesting because it was a concept that was generated by Sertoma, you know, Lancaster Sertoma Club, and designing and developing the amphitheater. And of course, then they wanted to present the music to the general public.
And I think we were talking a little bit earlier when we were off camera that this is a really unique situation, probably the only thing like this in the country. Is that right?
From what we understand and all the people that we've come across over the years, there is really nothing else like this in the United States. We could be wrong, but we certainly haven't heard of any venue that puts on these high quality shows for 13 weeks of the year, 16 weeks this year, at such a high level for 54 years free to the public. Other communities put on free concerts, but there's nothing on this scale, and we're very proud of what we do, and we think we bring a lot of enrichment to the community here.
Well, I agree with you, and the fact that it's free to the public is great.
Yes, you know, the public should be aware is that yes, it is free to the public. However, we do have corporate sponsors, but one of the biggest events that people should be aware of is that the Art Festival funds a major portion of the summer music series. And people should realize too that when they purchase tickets for the Art Festival, they're helping to support the music that we present all summer long. You know, because sometimes people question, why should I purchase a ticket to buy art?
Right.
But they have to realize that that ticket price is where we make our revenue, that we can go out and get the excellent entertainment that we have every week, you know, at Longs Park.
Yeah, and you have some sponsors. Tell me who you have.
We would like to recognize our season sponsors particularly. Some of them have been with us for a number of years. I'd like to recognize Lancaster County Solid Waste Management Authority, BB&T, formerly Susquehanna Bank, Lancaster Newspapers, Clark Associates, this year for the first time in many, many years, Armstrong Flooring, and Fox 43 is our patron of the patriotic concert on the Sunday closest to the 4th of July. And one of the other unique things that we do, Hilton Garden Inn puts the bands up during their visits, and Bonefish Grill feeds them. So the bands love coming here because they're so well taken care of.
That's good. That's really
And we
good.
don't want to forget Lancaster Newspapers as well either, because they do give us very supportive of the music series and our art festival for what they do. Now, again, people have to understand too that the sponsors, you know, they obviously do not, you know, invest all of the monies, so they're a part of it. So it's, again, I want to promote the art festival because that's what we, you know, that's what we really need to get people to come back in and buy the art.
Yeah, you've got some new things this year, and one of those is a logo too, right?
Yeah. We had one of our board members, Janice Henry, who is in the design, you know, the design industry, designed the new logo for us. The whole concept was that we had the swan as our old logo, but the swans haven't been there for a number of years. But the concept was, again, to tie the amphitheater, which is a unique structure, because that's what our mission in life is, to provide music and of course the art. But we wanted people to understand that the amphitheater, which is unique in and of itself, is what we do, and we want to focus on that.
And we'll be able to get T-shirts too. Is that right, Bill?
Well, we have wonderful T-shirts that will be on sale at the concerts. A very cool design of the amphitheater, very simple, but if you've ever been there, you'll pick it out right away. And then on the back is the schedule for the summer music series. These will be on sale at all the concerts while they last. But certainly come out to the first show because I think these are going to sell pretty quickly. They're very cool.
It's kind of interesting because we had a reveal party where we announced the music in addition to what you're doing for us. And we sold a third of the T-shirts right then and there.
Wow.
So they like the design.
Yeah.
And of course, there are people who, obviously, what they do is they collect these, and it's kind of a unique T-shirt.
Well, we have the Sunday night series, but something else that's new this year, because there was a demand for this, is Saturday. Tell me what this is about.
Well, we've been hearing for years, why don't you bring local talent to the stage? Which, in years past, there was more local talent than there is now, and there's such a high energy level with music and art in Lancaster County
Yes.
now, and there's so much musical talent. We tried a local night several years ago that was very well received. It was part of the Sunday evening series. We had 3 bands, went over very well. So our board's been talking about doing this for many, many years, and finally this year we said, let's give it a try. Let's do 3 Saturday nights. And so we have 3 dates in June.
All right.
July, Bill.
I'm sorry, July.
In
Sorry.
July. Okay.
The locals in July, not June.
Okay.
So these are Saturday nights, and beginning on July 9th, it will be J.C. Fetlock and the Love Bomb, which is a conglomeration of a number of very high-end musicians in the local area who have connections in all areas of music, and it's going to be a unique show.
Okay.
We can guarantee that.
So it's all different genres? Is that what
Well,
you're
it's all
saying, or-
different genres coming together into a fusion. We think there's going to be a lot of musicians on the stage. They're being
Okay.
kind of quiet about this,
All right.
but
No,
we're
because-
very excited about
Okay.
it.
Yeah, certain musicians will come in, and then others will leave and come in. So it's going to be it's going to be a real unique evening.
Now, what time is that at?
That starts 7:30.
7:30. Okay.
Now the July 16th show, Stu Huggins, which is our country offering, will come with a opening band, the Wild Hymns. That show will start at 7 p.m. That's going
Okay.
to start a half an hour early. So
Because there's 2 bands.
That's
okay.
right. Mhm.
2
And
bands.
that's going to be our country Americana evening.
All right.
And then on July 23rd, Amy Banks is coming, and she's going to do a Motown love story. She's going to be backed up. Everybody that knows Amy knows that she's a great singer, great jazz chops, but she's going to have a backup orchestra with her.
Yeah.
And we're really excited about that.
That sounds excellent.
Yes.
There's also, you have food vendors too. So you
Yeah.
can really make this into a fun event for the whole family,
it
right?
is.
Right. What we're doing this year is really unique, and Kathy Hanley, who obviously works for us, she has put together a number of food trucks to come to the concerts. And of course, that'll be a unique experience in and of itself, because that whole industry is growing, and it's in and around the area, and people love the food that comes from the food trucks. So they'll really enjoy a good evening of music, but food as well too.
Food as well.
But feel free to bring a picnic in.
Okay.
It's a great family venue. It's family friendly, and if you want to bring your picnic basket in and your blanket and put it out, and don't forget to bring your easy chair.
Oh, yes,
Your
that's
folding
right.
chair.
That's
Yeah.
right too. Now, all of these concerts are held rain or shine, correct?
Correct. The only time we cancel is if there is a lightning storm. And we had a unique experience, a year or so ago, where the band stopped because of the lightning. But then what they did do was they went to the back of the stage. The people came up on the stage and they continued their stage
Without electricity.
without electricity. So
it
it
was
was a unique
very
experience.
special. Yeah, we have to turn off all the electricity onto
Right.
the stage. So they just said, "Come on up."
Yeah.
About 300 people on the stage. They backed up to the back of the stage and it was fortunately a bluegrass band. So they were kind of stripped down anyway, but
Right.
it was very special.
That's what I love. There's a great relationship with the artists and also
Yes.
with the audience that happens at these shows.
Yes.
Well, all of the artists are very friendly. They're very outgoing. And of course, after the shows, that they typically will meet and greet, but of course that's up to the artists themselves. But we've had very few artists turn us down. So the participants can actually meet the musicians,
Yeah.
and they're
and
willing
and
to
get
talk
selfies.
to them.
Yeah, get selfies and purchase CDs and that sort of
That's
thing
right.
too.
T-shirts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Some
that good
people get
stuff.
their coats signed.
Yeah, there you go.
And a lot of these people will stay until the last person leaves.
We
which
had
is
one
real special.
participant who her T-shirt she used all summer long.
Oh, wow.
So her T-shirt was filled with every musician's autograph, which was kind of a unique way to get autographs.
That's a great idea. We're going to put the website up on the screen so everybody can go there. We can find the schedule. We can find out what else, Bill.
When you bring up the Summer Music Series schedule for each band, there is a link to either their Facebook or a YouTube video. And if you're curious about a band or just want to know what you're going to be getting into when you come to these shows, go to those links, because some of the videos are really, really good.
That sounds good.
And people should also too. Everybody's getting into social media, and we are as well too. So they can really find us if they do a Google search on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. So if they want to connect with us, it's a good way to do it, because like everybody else, we're going to be spending a lot of time posting on those social media sites.
All right. That sounds good. We're going to take a brief pause. When we come back, we're going to talk about all the fabulous bands that are going to be there on the Sunday nights, and also more about that fabulous art festival. So stay with us. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about the fabulous free entertainment at Longs Park this summer. Now, Sunday nights, it's at 7:30, correct?
That is correct.
Let's start with June 5th. Who do we have?
June 5th. This is going to be a big opening show, and I think a lot of people that came up in the 60s and 70s are going to recognize this guy, Brian Auger, formerly of Brian Auger and the Oblivion Express, it's hard to get out, will be playing. He's a master of the B3 organ, and we talked about going to the website and getting a link, the link that we have on our website. It's a phenomenal 12-minute jam, very good fusion jazz. He will be accompanied by Alex Ligertwood, who was formerly a singer with Santana. He was on 4 of Santana's albums, and when you hear his voice, most people will recognize it. It's going to be a great show. We're getting calls from all over the East Coast about this.
Wow.
Because the concert is posted on his website, and there's going to be a number of people from the New York area that are coming down here just for this.
Wow.
So we're real excited about the opening
excellent.
show. It's a great way to start the summer.
That's really good. June 12th.
June 12th is Banda Magda, and this is a world music gumbo. When we talk about world music, this is going to be the quintessential world music band. They do folk music with a jazz infusion, and it's folk music from all over the world, from South America, from Central America. There's French, there's Greek, and they're superb musicians, and I don't even know where else to go with this description, but they're real different, and but they're a lot of fun. They're quirky and very humorous. It's going to be a great show.
That's entertainment. June 19th.
Allegra Next Gen. This is our Lancaster Chamber Orchestra. It's made up of professional musicians playing classical and chamber music, and they are going to be accompanied this year by the Next Gen group, which is a youth orchestra, and every young player is mentored with one of the adult players. And one of the interesting features this year is there's going to be it'll be a final in the competition of the finalists of the 2015 Women's Symphony Association, and there's 3 or 4 finalists that are going to come up and do their final audition with the orchestra doing solos, and members of the audience will vote.
Oh, wow.
And it'll be something new for us. It's been done on TV a number of times, but we're very excited about this. Brian Norcross does a wonderful job with this orchestra, and we're very excited about bringing the youth musicians into this as well.
That's excellent. Then at the end of the month, on June 26th.
June 26th, this is our Latin offering. We're trying to do this every year now. Sammy Figueroa and his Latin Jazz Explosion. This is going to be a high energy Latin music show with samba and tango and everything from Point South. There'll be a lot of dancing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. July
July
3rd.
That'll be our patriotic concert, and we're fortunate enough over the last several years to have the U.S. Army Band, Pershing Zone, out of Washington, D.C., and of course this is the President's Band. They do an excellent, excellent show, which they change every year. And of course we'll have fireworks as well too. Your audience should know that we'll have more fireworks this year.
Ah.
The time will be the same, but there'll be more fireworks going up into the sky.
Oh, excellent.
And they should also know too that we're going to have a couple surprises for them, throughout the evening, and it'll be a very red, white, and blue patriotic concert.
Oh, excellent, excellent. After that, July 10th.
July 10th, this is going to be one of the biggest shows of the year, the Suffers. This is a Gulf Coast jazz, funk, soul band, and they're really making the rounds, and they are on the cusp of being a really big time band. They were on Jimmy Kimmel a couple of weeks ago. It's a big band, about 10, 12 pieces. And the singer is just marvelous. This is going to be one that you will not sit down. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds good. The 17th of July. Boy, I liked when she was here for Lancaster Roots and Blues.
Morgan
James.
Yeah, she's a
Wow.
jazz chanteuse, and she's also another one is really on the cusp of making the big time. I think one more hit for her, and she's gonna be up in the stratosphere. It's going to be a really nice evening. We're very fortunate to have her here in this venue. It's going to be a perfect place for her to play.
And she's a great entertainer.
What's interesting too is that we've talked several times now about these musicians being on the cusp. That's what people have to understand. They may not know the names of the bands that we bring, but they're all close to making it for a big time. And we've had several that have made it actually big time, and they're excellent musicians, excellent vocals, and it's just an excellent night for music.
Excellent. July 24th.
July 24th, this is going to be an interesting show. This is Allo Brazil. This is a band that is actually based in Philadelphia, but they have connections down into South America, mostly Brazil, and they're going to have, this is going to be the one newspaper said, a tornado of rhythm and sound.
Ooh, okay.
It's about a 12-piece band. There's going to be costumes, dancing, and great samba music. It's going to be a great introduction for the Summer Olympics in Brazil. We think the timing's
Perfect.
really great
It
for this.
is perfect.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. And then July 31st.
The Pimps of Joy Time. This is a funk and soul band.
Okay.
They're very stripped down, but they are super musicians, and it's going to be mostly rhythm and blues. Another evening that you're not going to be able to sit down. Sorry.
And I just love right there in front of the band. You've got that space. where you
Even
can
all the
hit.
way up the hill,
And
people are boogieing.
People do it up the hill too.
Yeah.
Yeah. August 7th.
March 4th band is kind of an interesting,
Okay.
If people love marching band music, this is we say that it's a marching band on steroids. They not only provide that type of music, but that it's entertaining for the whole concert. They have people on stilts. They have people, entertaining with hula hoops and with fire. It's just a fun evening, that people will certainly enjoy with the March 4th band.
August 14th.
August 14th is Daima. This is our Celtic offering of the summer. This band is from Scottish, and they sing everything in Gaelic. Very good musicians. They were voted the best folk group in Europe in 2015. We're very fortunate to have them. The singer is really top-notch. It's going to be a nice evening.
We should mention here that Brad Zook, who's chairman of our music series, he loves Celtic music. He's a Celtic dancer. He kind of hand-picks that band. But they should also know, too, that our music committee has 6 or 7 players to it. They've been in the music business. They know music.
Yeah.
And they put an excellent agenda together every year.
They spend hundreds of hours putting these together.
Oh, I'm sure. August 21st.
Mike Stern Quartet. Mike Stern is a jazz guitarist, jazz fusion guitarist who initially got his start in the original Blood, Sweat, and Tears. He's been a session musician for numerous groups over the years. He's kind of a go-to guy in the jazz fusion area, and he's a really hot guitarist. That's going to be a really nice jazz offering
Yeah, and I
for the
know
summer.
he's got a great following in
Yes,
the
he
area
does.
too. August 28th.
Darling Side. This is our Americana folk bluegrass offering. We try to get something like this in every year. These guys have beautiful harmonies, and they guitar, bass, banjo, and mandolin. They'll come in. There's 4 of them. Wonderful, wonderful band. It's going to be a great way to take the summer out.
And then talking about taking the summer out, I love the art festival. Over 200 artists, and it is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, September 2, 3, and 4, right?
Correct. This is a juried art show. So the artists must apply, and they're judged by their peers. We do not judge them, their peers do. And we are always one of the top 50 art festivals in the country because of the artist who comes to us. They come from across the country, and it's exquisite art. And everyone can find a piece of art that they can not only enjoy, but also purchase as well too.
Well, the whole weekend is an experience in and of itself too, because the food vendors, right?
Right, we have a food court that people will enjoy, and all types of food as well too. But also we have music.
Yes.
Every day, that's there. We haven't confirmed everybody, but they're certainly going to be entertained by the musicians while they're having lunch.
And then, of course, there's the wine and beer that you have available too.
That's absolutely right. Which is kind of a, we had to get a special exception from the city, and they were kind enough to help us with that. But you can enjoy the beverage as well as the artist as you go through the art festival.
What are the hours on this Friday? Is it open at 10? Is that what it is?
Yeah, 10 till 6 Friday and Saturday, and then of course 10 till 5 on Sunday.
All right, and then everything that we've been talking about today, all we have to do is go to that fabulous website, and you can get more information about the artist and
anything about the foundation at all.
It's all
about
on
what
there.
we do.
And how to volunteer.
And how to volunteer, which is important too, and that's what helps
Well, it's
as
kind
well.
of interesting because we do have Bill and Kathy,
Yes.
but we operate through volunteers, and the art festival itself will be over 250 volunteers.
And that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all that you do. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with some final thoughts. We've been talking about all the art and music going on at Longs Park this summer. Final thought, Dave.
My final thoughts are really basically that this is a gem that people in Lancaster County should really take advantage of. The city of Lancaster really supports us in what they do, but the whole region in South Central PA here benefits by our free music and the art festival that we have on the Labor Day weekend. And I can't emphasize enough for the people to come to the art festival because that's really what supports the music series that we have during the summer.
Briefly, Bill?
Well, being involved with this has been such a joy for me because it really shows what a community can do when it comes together with a vision and a belief that music and art can make communities better. I just think that I've been so blessed to be a part of this, and come on out. Come to the park this summer. You'll have a good time.
That's right. So basically 7:30 concerts. We can get the information on the website. We'll put that up. You can find out everything you want to know about what's going on and how to volunteer. Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to this. And thank you for joining us today, too. I'm Diane Dayton with Behind the Lines. And remember, keep looking behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.